What's up everybody, it's your girl JayNice and welcome back to my channel. I promised you guys that I would make a video talking about this, and now here I am almost 5 years later doing the video. Finally, right? I know. I'm sure you guys could tell by the title of this video that I will be talking about how I moved from New York to sunny South Florida. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what I did, how much money I saved, how did I move my things, how did I find a job, how did I find an apartment, all that good stuff. So if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, then please stay tuned. I'll put a timeline in the description box so you can skip around and just find the answer to whatever question that you're looking for. But I guess we'll just get started and I'll do it in chronological order of how I exactly planned everything. Okay, so for those of you that do not know me, I am born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And for pretty much my whole life, since I was a child growing up, my mother has wanted to move to Florida. And I've been the one that was 100% against it. I'm just like, no, I don't want to move to Florida. It's so boring. There's nothing but farms. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just so against the idea of moving to Florida until 2015, where I kind of found myself in a position where I was really, I don't want to say really depressed. I don't want to just throw that word around, but I was really sad about where I was in life. I was at a job that I was there at the time when I left. I was there for 5 years and I felt like there was no room for growth for me. I had dropped out of college like 3 million times by that point. So I didn't even have my bachelor's degree and I kind of had no direction in life. I was also single, so I didn't have anyone tying me down to New York. Yeah, I was also just tired of New York. Tired of the snow, tired of looking for parking, tired of taking the train, tired of people all over me, on top of me, tired of everywhere being crowded. I was just sick and tired of it. So basically, to prepare for the move, what we did is we started saving as much money as we could save. The initial thought, the initial idea was that we would just save a lot of money, move to Florida, and then the money that we saved, we would live off of that until we found jobs in Florida. That was the idea. In January, I started saving money. By that point, I did not tell my job yet. I had told my friends and family, but of course people didn't believe me at first. But I had already started and I told myself my personal goal was to save $10,000 before moving to Florida. And that's exactly what I did. I saved $10,000. In May of 2015, my mom and I flew down to Florida to look at apartments. We ended up finding an apartment that we really liked. It was in Plantation, Florida. And for those of you that are not familiar with Florida, it's basically Fort Lauderdale. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment for $1,400 a month. And just to give you guys a point of reference, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. When I left New York, I was living in the Sheepshead Bay area. My mom and I were living in a 1-bedroom apartment because that's what we could afford. We were living in a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,550 a month. I had the bedroom and my mom had the living room. So coming down to Florida and getting 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom for $1,400 a month and washer, dryer, and unit was like heaven for us, including the parking and the pool and the gym and all of that. It was just great. We applied for the apartment. We got approved in like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. And they gave us our options for moving dates. So at the time, that was May, we had a moving date for July 10th. So we had some time to prepare, start getting our affairs in order, and basically just start the process. It was so exciting. So after that, we flew back to New York and we started doing a lot of research and trying to figure out how we're going to move our furniture. I had my car. How was I going to move my car? I had a 2006 Nissan Altima. Oh, my baby, I miss her so much. And it had like 100,000 something miles on it. So I'm like, I'm not putting more miles on my car. On top of that, I'm not driving the 19-20 hours that it takes to drive from New York to Florida. So I said, okay, I'll just ship it. The company I used, I think, was called Montway Transport. I'll look it up and put it in the description. I think it was Montway Transport. They charged me $600 to ship my car, and it took about, I want to say I got my car in like 8 days, 7 or 8 days, around there. And for our furniture, so remember, we were in a 1-bedroom apartment, so we didn't have that much furniture to move. So basically, like our couch, bedroom set, TV, I'm just thinking like of all the big things, mattress, just think of all the things that you would move in a 1-bedroom apartment, basically. We found a company called Oz Moving and Storage, and they moved all of our furniture for $1,800. And that took like 10 days to come. That took a little bit longer, but yes. So my car was $600 to move, and the furniture was $1,800 to move. That money that was paid for those things was outside of the $10,000 in savings that I told you guys about earlier. And also, I just want to speak on credit just a little bit. At the time when I moved, I want to say my credit was maybe 700, maybe, or in the high sixes. And when you are applying for an apartment, yes, they look at your credit score, but the main thing they're looking for is evictions. As long as you don't have evictions on your credit report, then you're most likely going to get approved for the apartment. Now, your credit score is going to determine what your deposit looks like, though. And the reason I know that is because after we lived in the place that we lived in for a year in Florida, we moved somewhere else and we had to pay a higher deposit, but I won't get into that in this video. I would say, you know, obviously it's always a good idea to work on your credit and get your credit score up as high as you can get it, but don't be discouraged if your score is not that high. As long as you don't have any evictions on your credit report, then you should be good and you should be okay to get into an apartment. And also, another thing I want to mention is they do check your criminal record. So that's another thing. If you have anything on if you have a criminal record, I guess I should say, that might be something that prevents you from getting an apartment. So it's just something to think about. That's pretty much what the preparation was before moving to Florida. Now, I do want to say this. My situation was a little unique. When we came back to New York in May, at that point, that's when I decided to tell my job. And my mom decided to tell her job, because now we know, okay, this is real. We just signed a lease. This is real. My boss he wasn't that happy because, you know, I was there for 5 years. I was a good employee, but, you know, he wished me the best and that was it. Now my mom, her company just loved her so much that they're like, okay, great. You're moving to Florida. So let's just get you set up to work from home. So that was such a blessing, because now between my mom and I, we only had to worry about me getting a job. My mom kept her job from New York with her New York salary. And if you guys don't already know, Florida does not have any state income tax. So once we moved out here to Florida, my mom got her first paycheck. It's almost as if she got a raise. My boss didn't love me that much. So when I got down here, your girl was unemployed. I actually found a job by the end of August. So what's that? Almost 2 months it took me to find a job. I ended up getting lucky because I actually got referred to American Express, and I ended up working in their customer service department. I don't want to go too into depth with this story. If you guys want to hear more about how I got the job at American Express, what the interview process was like, how was it working there, just leave a comment below and I'll make another video on it. When I first moved, I didn't have any friends, I didn't know anybody, so I joined meetup groups. If you guys don't know, there's an app called Meetup where you can join different groups and just meet people that are like-minded, have similar interests to you. So I ended up doing that. I joined a group of, I forgot what it was called. It was called like Women in South Florida, something like that. So anyways, I went to a few events in that meetup. I ended up connecting with a woman there that worked at American Express, and American Express has a really great referral program where if you refer an employee and they get hired, I think they give you like $600 or $700. So she ended up referring me. I got an interview and I was in the door. But I was actually really excited because number one, American Express, wow, that's a big company, big name, everyone knows it. And number two, yo, let me just say, they be paying, I'm sorry, the New York is gonna come out of me. They be paying, I started at American Express making $52,000 a year. And I was like, oh, okay, you guys, so that's it. That's how I did it. That's how I moved to Florida. It was that simple. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it was this extravagant plan and it was just so difficult to put together and so overwhelming and so, no, it was none of that. It was really simple. As long as you plan you prepare properly, you have patience, and you're logical in your thinking and how you want to execute it, you'll get it done. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please consider giving this video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future about Florida life, informational videos, or just videos about being an adult, because it's hard. There's a lot of stuff that they didn't teach us growing up, so I'm here to go through the struggle with you guys, honestly. Yeah, but as always, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!